Some women are simply born rich, confident, and naturally magnetic to their desires. Let's be clear, this podcast is not for them. However, if you're a soul-driven, visionary, or entrepreneurial woman who's been on a mission to learn how to create a better future bursting to come out of you, welcome to my world. I'm Jo Warwick, and this is Rich, Sexy, and Free. I've dedicated most of my career to helping women get to their core power and unlock the missing pieces for their own unique success. You may already know me as the author of The Big Book of Love. With 30 years experience in psychology, embodiment, manifesting, and energetics, we will be exploring together the keys to becoming rich, sexy, and free. So if this excites you, don't forget to like and subscribe on your favorite platform so you can stay up to date with the podcast. Hi, and welcome to today's episode of Rich, Sexy, and Free. And I'm so pleased that you're joining me. I'm Jo Warwick, and in this month, we are exploring self-value and how that begins to show up. Last month, we were diving into disempowerment to empowerment. We've had some amazing guests from the beginning of this year, but this month, we're focusing on self-value and how that shows up in our life, in our business, in our money, and particularly in this intimate session today. I want to explore about how we maybe have gone from being protective in the past to becoming defensive so that we stop the flow of receiving and sharing. Now, the reason I'm sharing this is because one of the big things that comes up for when we explore this a lot is money blocks, and how that manifests in your business is also, of course, blocking clients coming in, opportunities coming in. It's a big part to not just go out there and chase things and make things happen. It's really important that we look to attract what is right for us. That's how the universe works. We're big fans of that here. So I was exploring for myself how I might have some blockages coming up because I've been preparing for the Rich, Sexy, and Free challenge. And it's really important that I attune to the frequency of the challenge that I'm running. It's really important that I hold a higher, bigger frequency. Now, to get ready for this challenge, one of the things I've been doing is aligning my mind, body, and energy, exactly as I will be doing in the challenge for everybody attending, because we go through a system, a method that I've developed over 30 years. One of the things that came up for me as I was asking, what can I heal? What can I release? What can I align? What came up for me was a release around money. And I know it's a big issue for women, and that's why we talk about it here for Rich, Sexy, and Free. Now, rich, of course, means in lots of different ways, but as regards to money, we can have lots of ways that we've got knotted about money coming in. Now, for me, this wasn't actually about money. It was about what would happen if I let the money in, and I had an association to the fear as a child that I would attract angry men. We have associations to how our parents dealt with money, how other people who are caretakers dealt with money. And so we can have these weird rewirings that go on in our brain that don't make conscious sense. And yet, when I wrote it out, it sounded like perfection. It sounded like, wow, look how powerful I am to protect myself. So my association from building up over from, I think it was around 6, 7, 8, around that time, and then building onto that, is if I allow an abundance, people of money and clients and all of those things go to the next level, in my little child brain, it was saying, yes, but what comes with that is angry men who want to take from me. And somehow I have taken a part of me that's associated with people trying to take my energy and not having those boundaries when I was little. Also, that my dad being not very joyful around money and remembering that my parents used to argue about money. So I have taken all these associations and then built on it, of course, that I would have done in my life. So it meant that, no, I need to protect myself, not from money, but what money could bring. If I go to the next level, money could bring angry people. And will I be able to handle that? And particularly angry men. Now, of course, once you have awareness of something that's in the way, you can look at both the insanity of it and the sanity of it. In this case, it was a beautiful bit of protection of myself. I could love and care for that inner child and let her put the barriers down. Now, the reason I'm sharing this is because a big part of what we're doing in the challenge is to release and drop those barriers, because it's the barriers, the energetic barriers of protection, they're actually becoming out of date. They've got some maybe illogical sense to them. Or they might be logical, as it was in this place of trying to protect myself, and yet is blocking the thing that I want. The truth is, now, as I associate with myself now, I have the skill sets to have boundaries. I am fully embodied in my body. I know what to do with my energy. I know what to do with myself. I know how to protect myself. I have a voice, all of those things, disempowerment to empowerment. Yeah. So I can say to myself, well, I'm 49. I know how to protect myself. Even if somebody is angry and they come at me, even if somebody tries to take money from me, I know what to do. I know how to protect myself both energetically and physically, mentally and emotionally. Now, in this case, of course, it's like I don't then have to have a big, strong, powerful, energetic boundary up that's stopping everything, because that's what happens when we go from protection into defense and we become defending behind a wall that stops everything. And when it comes to allowing more people into your life, allowing more money, more love, all of those things, we want to be open, but we have to be able to feel super strong inside. We need to be grounded into our body. We need to be not in our mind and in our body. So there's a process, that I've done with my clients. It's a process I've learned and done with myself, 30 plus years of learning how to go, no, we need to recalibrate that. I need to reshift that. And I need to reprogram my body to go, it's safe. And so I use a series of tools to then lock that new awareness in. But the truth is, once I know the awareness is there, it's easier to drop it. Because the fact is, when we step into the fullness of ourselves, when we open our minds, we know that money is in abundance. Energy is in abundance. Love is in abundance. The universe is epic and massive and huge. There are billions of people on the planet. There are so many people you could be working with. There are so many people that could bring you money. There are so many ways that the universe wants to bring you money. It's always saying yes. The universe is going, yes, you want that? I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. We have to be the ones that are very clear about what we want. And when we come from a place of value, high value, knowing who we are, we can start to let down those barriers that we maybe were coming from in the past, which is the world is a dangerous place. I can't protect myself. It's not a great place to be, blah, 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 blah. So we can shift that. Once we've done that initial work of stepping out of being a victim, we can begin to turn up the dial and start to say, I love myself. And now I can allow more people in that I trust. Now I can allow my tribe in. The more that we love and value ourselves, the more that we know who we are, the more that we ground into our body and out of our brain, the more that we attune the mindset we have and the frequency we have, the more we can let in. So it's really important. I'm just interrupting this episode to let you know about the Rich, Sexy and Free 10-day reset challenge. Oh, you don't want to miss this challenge. It's an opportunity to do exactly what it says on the tin through a system that I have developed over the last 30 years and something I use myself. So if you're wanting 2025 to be the year that you're more aligned with your energy, your true self, your value, then you're going to want to check this out. It kicks off on February the 3rd, but the doors will still be open until the end of that week. Don't miss this opportunity. I would love to have you there if you want a richer, sexier, freer life as you in your power. Sound exciting? Just head on over to richsexyandfree.com and you can find all the details there, and we look forward to seeing you inside the challenge. For me, that shift happened and my body had to do a bit of clearing. And then money came in. More people came in. Things fell into place. It was something that had been brewing for a while, and it was just something that needed to go. And I truly believe that the more that you understand the body wisdom and you understand using your unconscious and putting it to work and helping it to work for you and with you, you can speed up the healing process, you can speed up the transformation process, you can what's called quantum leap or collapse time, and you can move faster into new levels. Because the truth is, you aren't meant to stay at the level of constantly getting out of a fight, overcoming something. You're not meant to stay in victim to empowerment as a constant hurdle. You are supposed to turn up the dial and remember who you are, and then use the skills to allow more and more and more. And that's true self-value. Allowing yourself to have financial overflow, allowing yourself to have an abundance in your business, allowing yourself to have a job that feels like really juicy and fits you and is right. I truly believe, and what I know to be true, is that rich, sexy, and free is having a life that nourishes you, feeds you, supports you, reflects back to you, so that you are constantly sustainable, generating and sharing into the world, which is the universal economy, the economy of energy, which is where we're going. This digital age that we're in, we have got to be aware of creating with the power of our mind, our body, and energy working together. So there's a little bit more about what I actually do with my clients. There's a little bit more about what goes on behind the doors and how I align psychology, energy, mind shifts, and the body, somatic stuff, all of that, so that you're not just shifting out of releasing trauma. Because even in this shift this week, this wasn't traumatic for me. It wasn't a huge process. It was an awakening and awareness of going, oh, well, I don't need that anymore. It doesn't serve me anymore. It doesn't serve me. I don't need to protect myself from that. And is that what I truly believe? Do I believe that money is dangerous? No. Do I believe that if it attracts men into my life that are angry, could I not handle it? No. Of course I can. I can absolutely handle it. I'm not going to be in a position of, no matter what money I've got, for a fact that I've done lots of martial arts and all of those things, but that's not the truth. The truth is that I don't have to attract angry men. I don't have to attract angry women. It's a total misnomer in my brain. Yeah. And I get to choose my reality. We always get to create and choose our own reality. So if this is interesting to you, don't forget, you would have heard the advert in the middle, come join the Rich, Sexy and Free Challenge. If you want to shift your reality, you want to shift into being more rich, sexy and free, you can still join the challenge. It's live for another week. You will have access to the previous week. You will have access in the membership area afterwards. So come join the challenge. Simply head over to richsexyandfree.com, sign up, don't miss it. It's going to transform your life. And you'll get to experience the transformations and the results that can happen in every aspect of your life, so that you really get to know the power of your own self-value this month.
It's been great to connect with you today, but before you leave, if you want to find out more about how I can help you personally, just simply go ahead and visit richsexyandfree.com. And I look forward to seeing you next week on the podcast.